Hello, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh. I like to welcome everyone to my eighth session. In this session, we're going to discuss tree map chart. So, guys, I hope you have understood whatever we have done so far in the seven sessions. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask as many questions as you can. So, what all we have covered so far? We have covered about columnar chart. We have covered about bar chart, we talked about pie chart, multiple pie charts. Okay, we talked about altogether different forms of charts. So far, whatever the charts we have covered, if you have any doubt, any movement, feel free to ask questions. In this session, I'm going to cover tree map chart. So when it comes to tree map chart, how you can work on tree map chart. So tree map chart is again altogether a different forms of creating a chart. So we have different kinds of chart. One of the chart is tree map chart. So let me first talk about what is tree map chart. So when it what is tree map chart? It is used to display data in nested rectangles in an attractive manner. So I think it's not very clear, right? It does not sound very clear if I'm talking about like this, that it is used to display data in a nested rectangles in an attractive manner. So just I like to show you how the tree map charts are all about. For that, let me select the data. Okay, I'll go to the data source. I'll put order under the table. Okay, now I'll go to the sheet. Okay, and then if I go to show me here, if I go here, show me. So probably you can see this. It's not very clear because it's not active. You cannot use it right now. It's a tree map chart. To work on tree map chart, what you need one or more dimension and you need one or more measures. Already what is dimension, what is measures? Already I have discussed in my previous classes. I don't think I need more discussion on what is dimension, what is measures. Here I can change the sheet name. I can put here tree map chart. I can put here tree map chart. I can put here tree map chart. Let me just select this and I can increase the font size for this. Okay, make it bold, change the font color. Okay, and then you press OK. Okay, fine. So you got this. The same thing you can do here also. In sheet, you can change the name tree map chart. You can change the name of this tree map chart. Fine. Now, once you're done, now in order to work on tree map chart, you need one or more dimension. At the same time, you need one or more measures, right? So let me take dimension as subcategory. Okay, let me take subcategory as a dimension. And then let me just select sales by pressing the control key. Now you can see I can work on tree map chart. That's it. So this is what tree map chart. So here you can see some rectangles where you can see different kinds of you subcategories you can see. To understand them, what I have done, like you can put, if I put subcategory under column and sales under row, and if I put sales under row, you know this, right? And then if I put the sales under levels, you know, to get them. Now you can see, right? You have different kinds of subcategories. Okay, you have different kinds of subcategories like accessories, appliances, art, binders, or a bookcase, the chair. These all are subcategories are there, right? So you can see them. So you can see these subcategories, right? So these are the subcategories you can see. You can see the sales value also, right? So you can probably make an understand about which subcategory, how much sales they have. Okay, like this, you can put profit also here. If I put if I put profit here, okay, if I put profit here, so you can see the sales and profit for each product. Okay, you can see the sales and profit for each product. The same thing if you want, you can put same thing if you want, you can draw the columnar diagram for this. Okay, so if you put the subcategory on column and sales in row. Okay, so okay, if you put the subcategory in column and if you put the sales in row, you will get this. Okay, and then if you put the sales in labels, you get the columnar representation, right? So you know these subcategories are there, you know the sales value, you know their profit value. The same thing you get here in this tree map chart. So if you observe here, if I just drag the sales here, so you can understand this by looking at this, what you can understand, and then you can see the ligands also. So two things you can pinpoint here. One thing is the size of this rectangle. Okay, two things make a note here. One thing is the size of the rectangle. Next thing is the color of the rectangle. More darker color means more higher sales. Lesser darker color means very small sales. The same thing you can represent by the size of the rectangle. Probably I hope you are make understanding what I'm trying to say. So now probably like uh, imagine if I remove uh, the sum of sales here. Now if I remove here, now if you compare suppose these three tables, binders and machines, and if I ask you like probably out of these three subcategories, table, binders and machines, which is having the more profit. Okay, this data is about sales. Maybe my question is about profit. So higher sale does not mean higher profit. I hope you have the basic knowledge of accounts. You know sales is all about revenue, but profit is not about revenue. You can have very high sale revenue, but you can have less profit, or you can have less sales, but your profit can be more. You can see this. Imagine imagine if I put the profit here, if I put the profit here, you can see here. Okay, you can see this diagram. Okay, now if I put this, yeah, so you can see, if you see chair, the sale of chair is very high, but if you see the profit, its profit is lesser than the profit of a phone. While if you see the sale of a phone, the sale of phone is lesser than the sale of chair, but the profit of phone is much more higher than the profit of chair. So you can make an understanding, like you can see this product table is having like fourth largest revenue, but when it comes to profit, it have negative profit. So the basic, I'll not go into the accounting part of this, but you can understand revenue minus cost is your profit. So higher revenue does not mean higher profit. Okay, so higher revenue followed by lesser cost will give much more better profit figure. So the same thing you can understand by looking at this rectangular diagram. The tree map chart, if I put the profit under the color, so you can see this profit, you see this ligand. So more darker blue color means better profit. You can see the profit of a phone. But this orange color means very low profit. Like you can see table, bookcases, suppliers. So table, you can see table is negative profit. Bookcase, you can see negative profit. Suppliers, you can see negative profit. So you can make an understanding. Or better way, you can just drag the table under levels. Okay, you can drag the profit under levels, so you can compare the either you can make a comparison by looking at the color of the diagram, or you can make a comparison by looking at the data, mathematical data what you have. Okay, so I hope you are getting this very easy thing. Okay, so if you have any question, you are most welcome to ask questions, whatever questions you have. So it's not very difficult, guys. Okay, so it's very basic thing. The same way, what I can do, same way. If I want to discuss more about the tree map diagram, maybe I want to talk about nested tree map diagram, nested tree map diagram. Okay, now maybe I want to talk about nested tree map diagram. Let me increase the font size of this, font color of this. So nested tree map diagram. In this nested tree map diagram, let me select region, and then let me select sales. Okay, let me select region, then let me select sales. Fine. Then I'll go to show me, and then I'll click on tree map diagram. So you have four regions. You know this regions: east, west, south, central. Already all the examples what we have discussed, we have spoken about them, right? We have spoken about all these forms of diagrams. So if I'm talking about nested tree map diagram, here I have spoken about east, west, central, south. Four regions are there, and you want to sales. If you put under levels, you can see the sales figure. Fine. Now, what I want that you put subcategory under color. If you put subcategory under color, guys, so you can see, right? You can see these are subcategories. Like you can see one subcategory is bookcase. Okay, the another subcategory levels. You can see storage. Okay, you can see art. You can see copier, then chair. Okay, so maybe table, paper, furniture, so appliances. So you can see them. Okay, so you can compare one subcategory with the another subcategory here. You can compare one subcategory with the another subcategory here. Region wise, you are making comparison. The same thing if I do here. Same thing if I do here. If I remove the profit from here, if I remove the profit from here and make, hmm, if I remove the profit from here and if I put the region under color, okay, so you can see, right? So you can see this, right? This will give you some kind of logical interpretation, right? So keep only, exclude, view all. Okay, all those features you know already. So you can make an understanding. The largest sale is of chair. Okay, that is 85,941. Then followed by phones, then storage, all that. The same thing you are getting here. The nested tree map diagram. The same thing you can get here. You can click whatever you want to click. You can click about them. Then you can click paper, or you can click furniture, or you can click supplier. If you want, you can click on if only. Only that much data will remain. All this basic things you know, right? Okay. So just remove the from filter all this. Everything will come. So like if I click on phones, if I click on phones, you can see that the under phone, the highest figure is of east region, then followed by west, then followed by central, then south, all that. So the same thing you can get here. If you click on phone, you can see the figures to make an understanding about them. Okay, if you just switches, shift it like this way. This does not make much sense. This is better. It makes some sense. Okay, so it altogether they help us to make comparison or to do analysis, whatever we are working on. If you want some form of analysis, this way they will help you to do this. Then if you want to save the work, you want to put in the Tableau public, you know how to do that. You know server, then slash s, just slash s, then you can put on connect. Already I have done this many times. In many videos I have discussed about them. So you know that the problem, what is the problem? You need to go to data source, click on extract. Okay, then you go to the sheet. Okay, you go to the sheet and change the name of the sheet, nested tree map diagram. Okay, go to file, then click on save as, save in .twbx format. Then you can write here nested tree map diagram, then name came, you click on save. So by default, the work will save in Tableau Public because already I'm saving all my work on Tableau Public, whatever we are doing. So by default, it know the location, where to save the location. Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? So in this session, we discussed about a tree map chart. We talked about nested tree map chart. So the same kind of data we are working on again uh, to show that the to represent the same thing. What all the different forms we can follow. So either it is a columnar chart or horizontal bar chart or pie chart, multiple pie chart or nested tree map diagram. So we are representing the same form of data in different ways. This is what we use in Tableau. Tableau is all about this. So which looks more convenient for the analysis purpose, which can make as a visually more interesting for the user to do some form of analysis. We prefer that form of diagram over other. So guys, it's time to wind up the class. I hope you have understood what all I have done in this class. Thank you everyone. God bless you. Bye.